Well, I thought I'd give an update. I just got my coronary artery calcium scan taken again, 1 year apart, almost to the day, 1 year apart. I scored a 16 last year, which, was not a 0. And so I tried to get a CT angiogram, and, they wouldn't give me one. And anyways, I've, got a pretty good relationship with my doctor. She's not really comfortable with my ketogenic diet. My LDL is super high, mid 300s on a regular basis anytime I check it. My HDL to triglycerides ratio is really good. I mean, I'm 1.5 to 1 triglycerides to HDL. So that's solid. My blood glucose is, good. I've worn a monitor. My average is like 103. It's flat. And so my fasting glucose might be 99 or 102. But like my average over, a 2-week period of time was, just over 100, 103. So my glucose is not a problem. My inflammation, C-reactive protein is 0.5. That's really low. So I don't have a lot of inflammation. I've been on keto for, carnivore mostly for 16 months. And so this was, 1 year follow-up with the CAC, and my score went up to 53.47 or something like that. That's a 300% increase. I'm still under 100, so that's technically considered, not high risk. But a 300% increase, that is significant and causes, a lot of pause. And I just listened to a video. I saw Sean Baker. He was talking about a video done by Kelly Hogan and Dr. Ovadia, and about a 69-year-old woman, 5 years on carnivore, and she has a heart attack. And she was super strict carnivore. Now, she didn't have a C-reactive protein tested when she had her labs. She just had real general labs. So maybe there was some inflammation with her, but her calcium score was increasing, year over year. But, she was on carnivore. She was just, going with the status, just sticking to it. And, she had a heart attack. She's alive, but she had a heart attack. So my calcium score goes up to 53 from 16. So I don't want to ignore that. It's like when it's you kind of, it has some emotional impact on you. I'm really active. I've had so much benefit from the ketogenic experience. I'm, 30 pounds lighter I'm 40 pounds lighter from my high. I was 250 at my peak. I was regularly hitting 240. And, in the 230s, 6s, 235s, all the time, up and down, back and forth. And now I'm 210, And so significantly lighter, very muscularly fit. I mean, mercy, dropping my phone. So, I'm muscularly fit. I have the phenotype when I was 36. I'm 59. Feeling great. And I got this left anterior descending calcium. That's the Widowmaker one, right? That's the one that you don't want plaque in. And apparently I've got some plaque in my left anterior descending. And it's increasing. Or is it? If someone's on statins and their calcium score goes up, they say, oh, that's a good thing, because that means your plaque is stabilizing. So the statin is reducing the inflammation and stabilizing your plaque with calcium. Yeah. Dr. Ovadia doesn't buy that. He says if your calcium score is increasing, that's something, excuse me, to be concerned with. There's some heavy metal toxicity somewhere, maybe something in your environment that's affecting your body, creating inflammation. Now my inflammation marker is low. Then he also said, well, look at your advanced lipid test, the particle size. Well, I'm a biohack. Of course I did that this last time. And my LDL size was 22.2. That's like big. That's about as big as it gets. You know, my insulin resistance score is less than 25. Like, it's off the charts on the bottom. I'm super insulin sensitive. Have no issues in that regard. So it's very perplexing. You know, what do I do? What do I change? Of course, my doctor says, easy. Just stop eating the red meat. Stop eating the keto. Add carbs. You know, that's the easy answer, right? According to her. I don't think it's that easy. So I look at myself and I say, okay, what am I doing? I consume a lot of full fat cream. I am a full fat cream junkie. You know, in my coffee, okay, here's my coffee. Here's my 1 cup of coffee. I might have a couple of these. Like, this is the 32 ouncer, right? How much cream do I put in here? 1/4 cup. I don't know. What tastes good? I have no measurement. I don't measure it. I just fill up the bottom a little bit, right? I'm sure it's a 1/4 cup. And then maybe I take a little swig of the cream before I put it away. I mean, easy. I'm a junkie. So that would be one confounder. I do some fermented dairy, some kefir and yogurt, and I'll do some berries with those, you know. And I don't think I'll stop the fermented dairy. And that's real limited. You know, I mean, you don't drink a lot of kefir. I don't care if you got a taste for it or not. You don't drink a lot of kefir. But full fat cream, man. Now that's straight coffee this morning. I've already turned the page. So I'm committing for the next year to do no full fat cream. And that's sacrifice. Because that's the one fact that would contain calcium, right? I don't know if, you know, ingested calcium is going to translate into, you know, artery calcium. You know, is there something, I mean, Dr. Brewer would say there's something to calcium acting as a stabilizer of plaque. And it doesn't necessarily correlate to blockage, because, you know, your veins can move and augment and create other avenues for flow. You know, so is the calcium a stabilizer? Do I make a reactive knee jerk to this increased score? Or do I consider this increased score just part of the process? Just part of okay, it's going to go up before it goes down, right? Maybe it never goes down. I don't know. I've heard of some anecdotal situations where the calcium scores go down. Even my doctor said calcium scores can go down. And she's not on my bandwagon. So a calcium score going up should not be taken lightly. And I'm not. But I'm not ready to just give up my ketogenic state. Inflammation markers are perfect. All my liver numbers are perfect. Everything's perfect except the LDL, but then my particle size is beautiful. You know, on that advanced lipid test, the one side's all red, really high numbers, and the particle size side is all green, like all the way, no insulin resistance, all the way on the bottom. Every item on the side of the measurements is in the green. So I feel confident in that regard. But then I exercise, and of course I lead an active arborist lifestyle. So there's that. But we're going to walk a mile and see a mile. So at any rate, there's another cog in my story. Maybe you're one of those people that your calcium score went up, and everybody's trying to scare you into major change. I'm gonna change what I think I can, the dairy. And my sleep is not perfect. Not even close. So maybe the dairy is disrupting my sleep. So we'll have to see. But at any rate, I wanted to share that, some real life situation. I'm going to keep living the way I live. Change the dairy and keep eating my red meat and eggs and ghee and tallow. That's what I do. And I'll continue with a few fruits here and there, on not fruits, berries, right? Keto. I don't do oranges. I don't do apples. I don't do, just a few berries, wild blueberries, and maybe some blackberries, strawberries on occasion, and just small amounts. I mean, very, very little, but just a little bit. And I do 90% cacao, cocoa. Cacao is a snobby way to say it. And so, I have a couple carbs and my coffee, maybe I'll have to put my cocoa in my coffee instead of my full fat cream. Maybe I'll eat some avocados too. Since I'm cutting out the dairy fat, maybe I'll add some avocado to get a little fat for my food. Game of trees. We're having fun. And, Ageless Arborist is the name of this channel. I'm starting to feel like I aged a little bit because my calcium score went up. So, we'll walk a mile, see a mile. See you next time.